Well, we are here, folks. The Vancouver Canucks have gone through a number of injuries, and yesterday they ended up calling up Tom Willander from the Abbotsford Canucks. Now, according to Elliotte Friedman, and based off of what it looks like, Elliotte Friedman said earlier, we'll see for sure at morning skate, but it looks like Tom Willander will be making his NHL debut. And that is exactly what it looks like we are going to be able to see today at Rogers Arena. Willander skated on a pair with P.O. Joseph in practice behind EP25 and Tyler Myers and Marcus Petey and Phil Hronek. Kirill Kudryavtsev was the extra, and then up front you had DeBrusk, Petey, Garland, Kane, Reichel, Besser, O'Connor, Ratu, Sherwood, Bain, Sass, and Carlson with Niels Oman as the extra there. Now here's the thing. The Vancouver Canucks have built their D-core to such a way that even with all of these injuries, no Forbort, no Hughes, they still have a D-core that is, might I say, just a little bit capable enough to play hockey at a pro level. I make it seem like it's really bad, but no, it's actually really strong. Remember last year when Vancouver was under all this stress with their D-core? You had guys like Vinny Desharnais and Noah Juleson suiting up repeatedly, and we were all complaining that these guys sucked and that the Canucks management didn't build up the D-core in the summer, and that was a really big failure for them. Well, they built up the D-core a lot over the past 12 months. They got lucky with some draft picks. They got lucky with Elias Pettersson, for example. He's an NHL player. That guy was a third rounder a few years ago. They drafted Tom Willander. I don't want to say that's a lucky pick because he was one of the top defensemen taken off the board in that draft. And then they got themselves Victor Mancini, who's also been pretty good, but who also is going to be hurt. This is what GM Patrick Allvin said about all of that today. Mancini has been placed on the IR retroactive to October 26. Forbort is on the LTIR, and Tom Willander has been recalled from Abbotsford. Most likely, he is going to be playing. Imagine that, eh? All the injuries to these guys, plus Hedel, plus Höglander, plus Teddy Bluger. Ay. How many is that? Mancini, Forbort, Höglander, Hedel, Bluger, that's 5. And the Karamaki, that's 6. Imagine 6 guys getting hurt in the Vancouver Canucks lineup within the first 10 games of the season. That's crazy. I cannot believe how badly the injury bug has struck Vancouver this year. Oh, Hughes! Hughes, make that 7. Yeah. Höglander, Lekaramaki, Bluger, Forbort, Hedel, Hughes, Mancini. It's terrible out here, man. Blame what you want. You can talk about the Olympics, you can talk about the fact that because there's a big break in February now, NHL teams are forced to clumping a whole bunch of games together early on in the year to compensate for that. It also could lead to why we're seeing some struggles with these Western Conference teams. I mean, the East, those guys are kind of fine. They're just kind of localized within each other, especially in the Metro, so you just got to take a bus and you're there. But all these Western Division teams are having pretty tough luck starting things out this season. With the travel and all the games, 3 games in 4 nights happening quite often, and now we have an NHL Frozen Frenzy on a Tuesday. I love it. I love how there was only 1 NHL game yesterday and how there's 16 today, but then again, that's what's going to happen when the NHL tries to schedule things around the Olympics. Anyways, today the Vancouver Canucks have the New York Rangers, and it will be JT Miller's grand return to Vancouver. We already saw ourselves a preview of what Petey versus Miller was going to look like at the Four Nations last year, but I'll admit that was really underwhelming because there was only 1 game, it didn't really have that much of an impact. Neither Miller nor Pettersson were playing too amazingly in that tournament, so I don't really think that was the best that we saw. Could you imagine a Stanley Cup final series of Miller versus Petey? But then again, it's like, oh yeah, the Rangers have to make the finals for that to happen. It's probably not going to happen. Never mind my own Vancouver Canucks not being good enough to make the finals, but we get ourselves a little preview here. Petey versus Miller, especially in a situation where Petey has started to find his game and is looking a lot better now compared to last year or the year before that towards the end of it. This is the best Elias Pettersson has looked literally since that time 2 years ago when he was #1 in the NHL in scoring, tied with Miller and Hughes. That three-way tie is something that we'll never see again, really, in Vancouver Canucks history, and we had it for a brief moment 2 years ago. It was so beautiful, it was so wonderful, I remember that fondly, and Pettersson is now starting to string together points like he was back then. 4 points over the weekend, not 5. I thought he had 5, but no. The assist to Kiefer Sherwood's Matthias Ekholm goal was Elias Pettersson, not Elias, so I got kind of confused there. And JT Miller's coming into town with a lot of pressure on his shoulders. This is what he said about the game. A lot of good memories here. The way the city treated me and my family is something we'll never forget. This building and a couple of games and playoff series are memories we'll definitely remember. It's going to be emotional for me, no doubt. And now you have Rangers fans as well complaining about the way this guy has played and complaining about the message and whether or not it's getting through to the rest of the New York Rangers. Is the team really just bad, or is JT just not really the right captain for this team? I mean, the results right now say that probably both could be true, honestly. But JT is in a spot where his team is playing like crap. He's saying the right things, I would say, to the media. Like, you can't really argue with everything that Miller is saying, but fans are not believing it. That's the problem here. Let's go to Statboy Steven. Love Statboy Steven. He does some pretty good work. And he went out there and posted about the JT Miller quotes after JT and the Rangers ended up losing against the Calgary Flames 5-1. You can't be okay with coming out flat. We're in no position to come out flat. We had the right mindset. We're ready to go. We got outplayed again in the first, and it kind of set the tone. I thought we had a good second. A couple of mistakes hurt us, but other than that, we had a good second, a good third. We're obviously not getting a ton of bounces offensively, which is more of a reason. There's no excuses to come out flat. It just sucks. This might not be fun right now, and we need to correct the starts. It's becoming a trend, so we need to fix this now. It's a hard road trip, so we've got to be ready to start the game. And a lot of people are going out there and saying, hey, this guy's worse than Trouba, this guy's washed, this guy sucks, this guy stinks, this sounds so familiar, this is the same old Rangers team. We've heard about this for years. Statboy Steven says, yeah, I'll file this under the banner of show me, don't tell me. I honestly don't give a crap what Miller says at this point. He's the captain, he's the third highest paid forward on the team with a full no-move clause until the next decade. Oh, and throw out those no BS shirts. So that was the energy after the Rangers' most recent game. Who knows if they'll be coming into Vancouver eager to start a lot better and push themselves to setting the pace a little bit more. I don't know, we'll see. If JT Miller's the guy who can lead that because he's the captain of the team, we'll see whether or not that actually works. By the way, you saw that picture of JT with Adam Foote and Quinn Hughes at a restaurant yesterday? That was really interesting. If you hadn't seen it, here it is. I mean, this was posted on Twitter by Tej, Dr. Dangles. Oh, man, look at that. Quinn Hughes getting his full right foot out and about in the restaurant. Miller is drinking a Miller, and Adam Foote is there too, with a really incognito-looking Avenger-style black cap. So yeah, that happened yesterday. Or 2 days ago, maybe. I'm not really too sure, but you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below how this will all translate onto the ice. Vancouver makes some more roster moves, and injuries strike the team again. Willander is going to be playing, so nice to see him making his NHL debut. We'll see what happens against the Rangers later tonight. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, how all this stuff makes you feel, and whether or not you think it'll influence the way the game goes. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button. If you didn't, then hey, the dislike button is down there for you as well. Thoughts in the comment section below, because comments help out with the algorithm, and I'd really appreciate it if you got involved down there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.